Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi, selamat datang to our KURUS Q&A Santai session bersama dengan saya every Tuesday jam 8 malam di Facebook and YouTube untuk menjawab pelbagai soalan yang anda mungkin mempunyai berkenaan dengan kawalan berat badan, pemakanan, senaman and really anything and everything. It's usually always interesting sessions, interesting questions juga. And I always look forward to mendengar your questions daripada this Q&A forum. And before we get started, just a little bit of housekeeping. If it's your first time joining us, first of all, let me know if you can hear me loud and clear pada malam ini. And nombor dua, please gunakan ruangan komen yang disediakan to really ask anything and everything. Keep your questions as padat and as ringkas as possible supaya kita boleh menjawabnya dengan specific possible as well. Kalau tak, dia menjadi jawapan yang terlalu panjang lebar pula. And if you have not shared this live talk yet dengan rakan-rakan seperjuangan on Facebook or YouTube, silalah klik butang share, like, and then subscribe if you are on YouTube as well. And we will start our sessions very shortly. And I will typically go in the order that I see them. And I also would like to welcome our peserta from our cabaran 30 hari program yang dah masuk pun minggu yang kedua sudah, cepat masa berlalu. And I do hope that you enjoy your cabaran bersama dengan saya and the coaches and the peserta using our really amazing community platform yang mengukuhkan our teachings. And if you have not joined us and you want to join, and the next program that you can join is the BSK5 or bukan soal kurus yang kelima, which is selari dengan our Jum Kurus musim yang ke-15 sudah. We will kick off the program on the 3rd of September and sampai ke Oktober 15. And you can melayari cabaran, you can melayari bukansoalkurus.com untuk get more information di sini. It's just up here sahaja, bukansoalkurus.com. Now, pendaftaran belum bermula lagi, but you can check it out. We will officially start registrations on the 17th of August, where you have 3 pilihan untuk menyertai our program. Number 1 is the community-only program. Number 2 is the community plus the WhatsApp support with the coaches of your choice. And the third one is the Jum Kurus program yang melibatkan not only the virtual program semata-mata, but also melibatkan aktiviti-aktiviti fizikal di tempat tinggal anda. We have over 100 locations seluruh Malaysia nanti. So you are very much welcome untuk menyertainya nanti. And it's the first Jum Kurus physical face-to-face setelah COVID-19. So we really hope that dengan sokongan anda bersama, kita dapat balik kepada norma yang dulunya norma dan meninggalkan norma COVID seboleh-bolehnya. But of course ada juga social distancing yang sewajarnya. Alright, so we can start very, very shortly dengan our session. Thank you so much for verifying that the audio is loud and clear. And welcome to our program pada malam ini. Thank you Suhail as well. And then, that's the first question from Suhail. Suhail is asking, Coach, macam mana nak menanangi craving? Apa punca craving? So nak punca cravings, ada pelbagai sebab. It could be due to hormonal changes, it could be due to stress, it could be due to lapar. There are various things yang melibatkan or mengakibatkan rasa lapar, nafsu makan or cravings. It could even be a micro deficiency, kalau you have deficiency of magnesium ke other micronutrient that can menimbulkan cravings for different things as well. So untuk menananginya, it's really important untuk mengenali puncanya juga, sama ada ia nafsu makanan yang sebenar or just nafsu yang gatal semata-mata. Malam-malam lepas ni contohnya usually gatal, you bosan, and if you agak lapar bosan, you have to melayan dengan makanan-makanan yang mengenyangkan your gatalness tu mengunyah. So for me it's always macam kacang or oats that help you to melayan the kebosanan untuk craving, lapar, nak gatal, nak makan. But if you betul-betul lapar nak makan because of mungkin berpuasa, nak berbuka puasa, then you have to again membezakan makanan yang mengenyangkan dengan makanan yang agak betul mengenyangkan. Yang simple carbohydrate tu kurang mengenyangkan. So we always give the perumpamaan of pergi wayang, makan popcorn, wayang belum start, popcorn dah habis. Kenyang tak, gembira, yes. So that is contoh makanan yang menggembirakan, tak mengenyangkan. Simple sugars. So bukan tak boleh makan gula, it's just soal kena mahir membezakan gula yang ringkas dengan gula yang kompleks. Gula yang kompleks biasanya ada fiber tu lebih mengenyangkan. So Suhail, you cannot menanangi nafsu makan sepanjang masa setiap hari, sepanjang hayat. There will be nafsu makan yang datang. So what I personally do, I makan kerap. So I usually have breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack. So makan 6 kali supaya my glucose darah, insulin tu agak stabil, and my nafsu makan tak ada peluang untuk menjelmakan diri, supaya I always sort of suppress and keep things in check. Jangan menanti nafsu makan baru nak makan. You sort of have to anticipate it based on tabiat and pengalaman, supaya you sentiasa membekalkan makanan yang kuantitinya agak sederhana, just to keep the energy going, stabilize your glucose, stabilize the insulin, yang is hormon yang boleh menggelorakan nafsu makan, supaya again the nafsu tu tak datang. If the nafsu tu dah menjelma, syaitan dah datang, then it's hard to berdepan dengannya. And kebarangkalian besar, there will be times when you win, but there will be many times juga when you serah diri and kalah. So you have to again tepuk dada, know your tabiat kehidupan, jadual pemakanan. And if you seorang yang agak sibuk, sentiasalah bawa makanan, snack, bar ke apa ke sepanjang masa. Sekiranya nak makan, ada sesuatu yang boleh disuap, tak perlu menanti hidangan lauk yang besar. Beres Suhail, thank you so much. Yeah, so Yvette is asking, when I'm dieting, I find myself snacking a lot. How do I manage the issue? There's nothing wrong with snacking. It's similar to the question from Suhail just now, but you have to melayan the snacking dengan benda yang mengenyangkan you. You cannot entertain the snacking with things that fuel your craving even more. So this is again the simple sugar versus the complex sugar. If you fuel your cravings with simple carbohydrates, cakes, biscuits, some fruits, cereal, white bread, and other things, again, the insulin and the glucose darah will be quite bergelora, and dia tak mengenyangkan, and you can snack like there is no tomorrow. It's like keripik jadi merepek. So what I always sarankan is you can entertain and melayan the cravings for snacking with healthier snacks. And when I say healthier snacks, it doesn't have to be perfect snacks, because perfect snacks too is macam bosannya, ya Allah. So my advice is you melayan the cravings with somewhat menggembirakan snacks that have a little bit of fiber, a little bit of protein. So what I normally do is I have cereal, aneka cereal. So I buy usually lots of different types of cereal, muesli, granola, and I mix them all in a little jar, and I throw in a little bit of nuts, maybe some chocolate chips as well, and I makan that anytime throughout the day. It's not the perfect healthy snack. It's not the most merepek snack, but it's something that I can makan all day, every day, just to melayan the snacking desires that we all have from time to time. Yeah, all right. Very, very good questions. Yeah, and let's see what we have here from Sharifa Noraini Al-Kafhadi from Facebook. Coach, is it okay to just have one big meal a day, breakfast, and just drink water for the rest of the day? Is that okay to lose weight? Now, if you only have one big meal per day, like the OMAD style, one meal a day style, can you mengurangkan berat badan? Yes. If you makan 6 kali sehari, can you kurangkan berat badan? Yes. If you makan 10 kali sehari, can you still kurangkan berat badan? Yes. Why? Because yang paling penting is the jumlah pengambilan seharian berbanding dengan keperluan diri. So if you makan smaller meals throughout the day and manage the kawalan quantity, calorie, then great. But if the big breakfast sahaja menggembirakan Sharifah, and it's something you can kekalkan untuk jangka masa yang berpanjangan, then it is suka hati Sharifah as well. But I can assume based on my experience that it's hard untuk kekalkan makan sehari sekali untuk jangka masa yang berpanjangan. So even if you do berjaya mengurangkan berat badan while you do this satu hidangan sehari diet, the real cabaran will become or bermula is once you stop that diet and then go back to pola pemakanan anda yang sebelum, which actually again tak ada masalah. Yang paling mustahak is jumlah kawalan quantity. And if that istilah jumlah kawalan kuantiti makanan membingungkan Sharifah, I would highly recommend that you join our program. That's what we teach, not for you to follow, but untuk memperkasakan Sharifah to really understand this, supaya Sharifah boleh sendiri mengawal keadaan, sama ada makan sekali sehari atau 10 kali sehari. Yang paling penting is perjuangan yang agak menggembirakan, supaya ia boleh dijadikan amalan yang berkekalan. Beres? Beres. Alright. Hi everybody. From Nana, salam, waalaikumsalam. Kalau kita join satu program yang ada banyak aktiviti, contohnya program yang ada Zumba, then ada run and activity lain, what shoes would you recommend if I can bring one shoe only sahaja? Very good question. And Nana again is a peserta in our program, and beliau adalah seseorang yang mungkin BMI-nya berlebihan. So lagi penting ada kawalan atau ada kasut yang sesuai untuk menampung berat badan diri sendiri. But even for orang yang BMI normal, if you do Zumba or you do activity yang banyak pergerakan kiri kanan, depan belakang, pusing dan sebagainya, I would not recommend to wear kasut larian, running shoes. Running shoes only sesuai really for pergerakan yang lurus, and dia agak ringan untuk aktiviti yang berpanjangan. For all this side-to-side movement, which Zumba, workouts, boot camp, functional training, badminton and all really melibatkan kasut jogging tak sesuai, you need to melaburkan or bring a training shoe. Nana paling kurang bawa training shoe yang lebih berat sikit, which means tak sesuai really for long distance running. But because dia lebih berat sikit, dia memberikan lebih banyak sokongan lateral, side to side, and stabilkan kedudukan. You kena bayangkan ni macam running shoe is roda bicycle macam road bike yang nipis. The training shoe ala-ala macam mountain bike, lebih berat, yes, but lebih kukuh dan mengurangkan stres pada your sendi dalam melibatkan senaman Zumba or any activity yang side to side. Beres? Beres. Thank you so much, Nana. All right, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, waalaikumsalam. Fifa Ali. Coach, kaitan kualiti tidur dengan kurus. Bagaimana nak baikkan kualiti tidur? Very, very good question. Jangan memperkecilkan kepentingan tidur dalam usaha kurangkan kawalan berat badan. Why? If you tak cukup tidur, your body stressed and your body penat and tak cukup rehat, and really then meningkatkan your cravings again to fuel you makan more and more makanan, to cuba untuk memberikan tenaga yang badan tu macam perlukan, but what you actually need is rehat. So the cycle of kurang quality tidur stresses the body, creates hormonal imbalances yang pelbagai, tingkatkan craving makanan. So it's a lose scenario. So again, rehat sangat penting to allow the body to properly recover and recuperate. So now how to then membaiki quality tidur? For me, it's time management. And time management adalah satu istilah yang sering dipandang remeh dalam istilah maybe nak kurus. But I personally, I am really good at mengawal and menguruskan masa. Very disciplined untuk switch off kerja, masuk tidur untuk berehat. So what I do personally do, I have no appointments waktu malam, melainkan sesi pada malam ini contohnya, habis pukul 9. By 9:30, I will be in bed, not to sleep immediately, but to get ready for sleep. So ramai orang make this mistake of, okay, 8 jam tidur, nak bangun pukul 6, tidur pukul 10 they will go into bed. But you takkan terus shut eye and sleep and beres kau. You will gerakkan diri sikit, mungkin tengok TV sekejap, tengok phone sekejap, I don't know. But it will take time to actually fall asleep, mungkin setengah jam or more. So I always give a buffer for myself. So if I nak bangun pukul 6, nak tidur pukul 10, I would get to bed earlier still. So if I had no Zoom like this, I will be in bed by 9, tengok TV sekejap, just to help my body, slow down and then slowly enter a stage where I actually do want to sleep. So always have a buffer. In anything you do in life, it helps you to sort of create room for error and allows you a bit more flexibility to breathe di antara temu janji as well. And same thing juga for tidur, to then allow a bit of room for error untuk get the enough quality of sleep. Yeah, beres. All right, very, very good question. Daripada Redha Nas, which one is better, intermittent fasting, keto diet? Is suka hati kau. I mean, every diet ada kelebihan dan kekurangan, whether you go intermittent fasting, keto, blood type diet, Atkins, suku-suku separuh, balance, Hollywood, Bollywood punya diet. Every diet has their pros and cons, but every diet will cuba untuk mengawal jumlah pengambilan kalori by how? Satu, dengan mengawal when you are allowed to makan, like IF and fasting, or OMAD. And number dua is mengawal jenis makanan like Atkins and keto, where you tak dibenarkan makan makanan yang tertentu like carbohydrates essentially. But at the end of the day, it is sangkut paut dengan kawalan kalori. The best diet is really diet suka hati kau. My advice is don't follow any diet, whether it's IF. There will always be some viral diet from this year to next year or the next decade. But at the end of the day, if you follow dengan membuta, kalau tak sesuai dengan hati jiwa kau, tak ke mana juga. And you won't be able to kekalkannya untuk jangka masa yang berpanjangan. So my advice, Redha Nas, is learn from all these diets, IF and keto, suku-suku separuh, balance, pyramid, songsang ke tak songsang ke, and then experiment and see what works for you, and then make it your own diet. Diet Kevin Zahri, diet Siti, diet Farah, it does not matter. Supaya at the end of the day, it is sesuatu that you enjoy and boleh amalkan. So yeah, try it out, see how it goes, and let me know which diet yang sesuai for you. So even in our program, we don't really ask anyone to do any particular diet, because we have this falsafah called don't follow anything anyone says, but memperkasakan diri. So whether you go on diet A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever, you can kurangkan berat badan, but the kunci kejayaan is not about what you do in the short term. It's really about the sustainability in the long term. So you might find your way going from diet A kejap, diet B kejap, diet C kejap, but at the end of the day, if you cannot sustain it, that is really the problem. And if the diet tu berkesan sekalipun buat stres kau, then tak lama juga. So the key ultimately is to try and find a balance that melibatkan makanan yang menggembirakan, perlu dengan makanan yang mengenyangkan dan mengawal jumlah pengambilan, that allows you untuk mengamalkannya sepanjang masa. Then it becomes a lifestyle and doesn't become program 30 hari or program sebulan or program 6 minggu, but it becomes sesuatu that you asah and adaptasikan untuk menjadi amalan sepanjang hayat. Alright. From Kuratu Johari, Does it really matter to pick low-fat food, as I usually pick yogurt full fat due to its lower sugar amount? It does not really matter unless it matters to you. There is no pantang larang that say you must do A, B, C or D. We all have cita rasa yang berbeza-beza. So for contohnya, if you have yogurt that is full fat but it has lower sugar content and it makes you happy and you are aware of what you are doing, then so be it. But if you are seseorang yang ingin mengurangkan pengambilan lemak or kalori secara umumnya, and you don't care so much about getting it from yogurt katakan, then pun it is pilihan masing-masing. For me, kejayaan, kegagalan is not about one particular thing. It's really about gabungan secara menyeluruh. And it is pilihan masing-masing. It's not a determinant of success or failure. Alright, daripada Ramli Yusof, kurangkan kuantiti bukan kualiti. Yang berkualiti tak semestinya makanan itu mahal. Betul. Nah, makanan yang berkualiti tak semestinya makanan itu mahal. Tak semestinya makanan Mak Saleh. It can be makanan yang Malaysia yang sihat dan berkualiti. Ramai orang sering macam look at quinoa and salmon and kale semata-mata. Tak perlu. You can makan sawi and kangkung and ayam and telur and buah-buahan tempatan. It's no problem at all. It is a misconception bahawasanya makanan yang sihat itu mahal. And kurangkan the quantity bukan quality itu tepat sekali. Yeah, very, very good. All right. Sharifah, thanks coach. Do you have an online program pasal I stay overseas? Yes, it's our Bukan Soal KURUS program or cabaran 30 hari. Registrations have not started just yet, but you can drop me a direct message kalau you're interested after this. We have a membership program as well. It's online, with an online community. Really, really amazing. Where we have ramai rakyat Malaysia yang menyertainya daripada Timur Tengah lah, ada yang di Egypt, ada yang dekat London, Australia. It doesn't really matter where you are. It's a virtual platform bersama dengan saya and everyone. Dengan pelbagai aktiviti Zoom and pajama talks. Tomorrow we have our weekly, and on Thursday, we have our pajama talks and we talk about things. It's a really close-knit community, penuh dengan positivity. You can check it out at bukansoalkurus.com. Iuran penyertaannya is sangat-sangat munasabah, penuh dengan ilmiah and pembelajaran bersama. Do check it out, Sharifah, and I do look forward to meeting you there. All right, let's see what else we have di sini. We have Farah Hanis. Coach, Farah, is it okay to just diet deficit without any workout? Can I lose a lot? I need to lose 15 kilo. Now, if you only do a deficit calorie, you can still kurangkan berat badan by virtue of kawalan makanan and active lifestyle tanpa senaman. Would I recommend it? No, because at the end of the day, you will be kurus kering yang perhaps tak diharapkan. The idea of senaman is to, of course, mempercepatkan the process of kurangkan berat badan, perhaps in your case, but kesan sampingan juga is you lebih aktif, lebih cergas, lebih kuat, lebih gembira, because exercise helps to release endorphins and feel-good hormone. And the whole process of kurangkan kawalan berat badan is so much more enjoyable if you do it dengan gabungan pemakanan and senaman. Because if you diet sahaja, stress kau. Because you have no real avenue to release stress, especially if the makanan tu agak sihat belaka. So my advice is try and at least paling kurang melibatkan 1, 2, 3 kali seminggu. Senaman pun more than enough. And make senaman tu benda yang menyeronokkan, so that it becomes benda that you look forward to. It doesn't have to be benda yang membebankan hati jiwa you. If you don't enjoy weight training, tak payah. If you don't enjoy sports, tak payah. If you enjoy dance, you dance. Like you enjoy badminton lah. the best senaman is really suka hati engkau juga. But to answer your question, yes, you can kurangkan berat badan cepat, no, without senaman, and it'll be hard because it becomes quite stressful because again you tak ada ruang untuk lepas geram. Yeah, but wishing you all the best, Farah. All right, let's see what else we have di sini. And again, if you're just joining us for our live Q&A KURUS Santai bersama dengan saya, thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, you are more than welcome to ask in our comment section, and I will try and answer questions seringkas possible and sebanyak possible within the hour that we do have. And if you haven't shared the session just yet, do help me to share the live session dengan kawan-kawan kita. All right. Kuratu Johari, thank you so much. And Kuratu, I think you are one of our new team leaders as well. I have not met you personally, but I saw your name and I see your face. You look very, very fun and cheery, and I look forward to meeting you nanti in our program as well. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, so again, if you don't know much about our program, you can visit bukansoalkurus.com. Our next program is starting in September. We will announce the lineup of coaches dalam minggu ini and minggu depan. Registrations will start with an early bird offer minggu depan on Wednesday, 17 August, with an early bird discount of about 100 plus coaches, really, really passionate Malaysian coaches from all over the country. And really looking forward to this season. Always meriah, always gempa, and pasti menyeronokkan. All right, let's see what else we have di sini. Faris, Tuan Kevin, saranan makanan sesuai before training marathon. Now, there's two parts to your question. One is the makanan sebelum marathon itu sendiri, and then there is the perhaps pemakanan untuk latihan secara umumnya. I'm assuming you're referring to makanan sebelum the big run yang mungkin akan berlangsung esoknya. Now, if you pernah dengar istilah carbo loading, which is something that long distance runners do to meningkatkan takungan carbohydrates dalam badan mereka, because carbohydrates campur air is glycogen, and glycogen is what we store in our muscles untuk penggunaan tenaga serta-merta. So when you go for a long endurance run, you want to have as much energy stored as possible. And what marathon runners do, or ultra distance runners, they do carbo loading sebelum the run, bermula dengan mungkin 3-4 hari sebelum the run. So 3-4 hari sebelum larian, they tend to mengelakkan makanan yang berkarbohidrat to sort of shock the body sikit. Yeah, it's ala-ala macam going on a diet. So they basically cut down on the carbohydrate intake to just deplete the glycogen sikit. And then the malam, sebelum the larian, they will eat a lot more carbohydrates than they normally would, like pasta ke apa ke. Because once the body has been shocked, you can bayangkan this macam plunger dekat tandas tu. You push it out and then you suck it back in. So once suddenly the body is shocked dengan all of these carbohydrates, your body will simpan as much as it can, takut tak dapat lagi. And when it stores the carbohydrates as glycogen, it has to store more air juga pada masa yang sama, which are dua komponen yang sangat penting untuk mereka yang long distance runners, which is the energy supply, your glucose, and the hydration air, which is the H2O. And those are two things combine untuk menjadi glycogen, which you store then in your body. Beres. All right, let's see what else we have here. Bashir, Assalamualaikum salam. Isteri saya tanya, betul ke perut wanita yang buncit selepas bersalin boleh kempis dengan buat senaman sit up? Now, first and foremost, senaman sit up tidak kempiskan perut. I repeat, senaman perut tidak kempiskan perut. Now, what the senaman sit up do is to mengerjakan otot perut di bawah lapisan lemak air kau. So, the masalahnya is lemak dengan air yang again melibatkan more of kawalan makanan and kurangkan berat badan to membuang the air and the lemak. Now, for your wife's case, selepas bersalin, the kulit yang berlebihan is not really air and lemak. The kulit yang berlebihan adalah kulit yang kehilangan sikit dia punya elasticity hasil daripada mengandung 9 bulan, which happens to ramai orang juga yang agak obese, kurangkan berat badan, they have excess skin. So the skin tu is not really soal nak kena kurangkan berat badan ke apa, but it's soal kena bersyukur dengan apa yang ada. That's kadang-kadang the price of motherhood or the price of obesity. Once you dah mengurangkan berat badan, dah bersalin, the skin tu hilang sikit dia punya elasticity. It does not mean it is not elastic. It just means it needs more time to slowly come back. Will it ever come back macam malam yang pertama? Kebarang kalian besar, no. Genetic plays a big role. Some ladies can be a bit more severe than others. You can bio oil dia macam mana, but it's not going to magically fix it overnight. So my advice to you, Bashir, to your lovely wife, number one, congratulations on becoming a mom and a dad. Number dua is, kurang kawal berat badan demi masa perlahan-lahan to kembalikan the berat seperti asalnya or as best possible. Number dua is, yes, you can bio oilnya macam mana sekalipun, but at the end of the day, you kena memberikannya masa. Give it time for the kulit to slowly come back kepada seasalnya as possible, but it's not going to take seminggu dua. In my experience with my wife and my kids, it can take a year, it can take 2 years for things to slowly come back as well. It took 9 months to sort of stretch it out. Once you lepaskan that getah pun, it will need time to slowly come back as well, which again depends on genetic masing-masing. So wishing you and your wife all the best, and thank you for asking. It's important because if Bashir's wife mengharapkan that the sit-up is going to do the magic for her, then she will get stressed and disappointed because it does not work that way. Ramai orang yang buat sit-ups pun can do as many as they want. It's not going to kempiskan perut, melainkan you mengawal the makanan. So expectation tu penting, because if usaha kau ada, istiqamah ada, hasil tak ada, you kecewa and you give up. Because again, objektif senaman perut is not to kempiskan perut. It is more to membentuk, mengerjakan otot di bawah lapisan lemak air yang sebenarnya is your problem to begin with, not the otot tu sendiri. Beres. All right. Susanna, good evening. Why do we need to monitor our heart rate while working out? What's the relevance of heart rate in losing weight? Very good question. Now, don't have my watch here right now, but I have a heart rate monitor for many years. So that keeps changing, but it's one of the most important training tools that I would recommend anyone to melaburkan sikit wang, including you if you do not have one, because it allows you to menilai kualiti kadar degupan jantung while you exercise. Now you have to imagine your jantung is umpama RPM kereta engkau. If the RPM goes up higher, could be a good thing. The car will burn banyak minyak, more calories you burn. But the higher the heart rate goes, the more stress is on the engine to menggerakkan the engine. And if you push your RPM to zone merah kereta you mungkin berdepan dengan kebarangkalian, kecederaan engine or kerosakan engine or kematian engine. So it's the same thing dengan your heart rate as well. If you do a high intensity workout to cuba meningkatkan keupayaan cardiovascular heart rate jantung Susanna untuk bakar more calorie, you need to know how much you can push. Because if you push sewenang-wenang, because you follow instruction jurulatih, but you are exceeding your ceiling heart rate yang disasarkan, you are putting yourself at risk. So the rule of thumb, and you can check this out on our platform, Zana is one of our peserta, your maximum heart rate is 220 minus your age. Let's say you're 40, then the maximum heart rate is 180. You never want to see your heart rate get to that high. So that's where the heart rate monitor is important. But the quality zone is about 80% from that maxima. So the 80% from 180 is 144. So if I bersenam, I want to make sure that my heart rate goes up to about 135, 144. Kalau dicecah 150 pun tak apa. But if I see 150, it will be a tanda isyarat to try and slow things down or kekalkannya. But at the same time juga, I don't want the heart rate to be too low. So if I only see 110, it would be a sign for me to, hey, Kevin, you got to step it up a little bit. You can push it a little bit more. So it allows me to sort of mengawal keselamatan senaman diri saya. And even if orang, let's say like you are in a group workout and the coach say, go, 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 but your heart rate says 160, you can say, stop, coach, I got to recover my heart rate. And the coach will understand. Because the coach's job is just to motivate you and try 5 more seconds. But you have to know your limits untuk keselamatan diri. But if you see the heart rate is 110, 120, then you can push. So it's really for your safety sahaja. And if you do want to buy a heart rate monitor, today is the 9th August already. Yesterday was 88, but I'm sure they do sales all the time, whether it's 88 or 98 or whatever, it's always on sale. Go and get a heart rate monitor. Don't buy the cheapest. Tak perlu beli yang paling mahal. Beli something yang quite moderate. And if it makes you happy, maybe invest a little bit more so it motivates you to train. But seriously, a heart rate monitor is one of the best training tools that you can get for yourself because it allows you to measure, menilai the quality of your exercise. And demi masa, once you have a heart rate monitor and you start doing these bootcamp trainings ke Zumba ke apa, or running sekalipun, demi masa, you can find that you get stronger cardiovascular-wise, body strength-wise, and you can run faster and do more and still maintain heart rate yang sama. So whether you are very fit or not fit, the 80%, 144 heart rate example just now is the same. It does not change whether you are a beginner or intermediate or a national athlete. The heart rate zones are the same. Cumanya, if your engine is stronger because it's trained, you can kekalkan rentak senaman yang lebih intense and kekalkan kadar degupan jantung yang sama. All right. Good question. Very good. Zai Hasra. 9 days tanpa gula, minyak and garam. Esok hari yang ke-10. Istiqomah untuk sebulan harap je. Now, yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy, Zai, to go 9 days or sebulan tanpa gula, tanpa minyak, tanpa garam. I would not galakkan. This is again, don't follow anything I say, Zai, and this is just what I generally advise orang ramai. I don't advise to have kosong gula, kosong minyak, and kosong garam. Because it's so extreme, sukar untuk dikekalkan. I would rather you kurangkan gula, kurangkan garam, and keep it there selama-lamanya supaya dia menjadi istiqomah yang berkekalan. This kosong gula, kosong this is so extreme dari pandangan saya that it is not sustainable, and kejayaan dalam mana-mana bidang, kerjaya, kekeluargaan, kewangan, kesihatan, kawalan berat badan, it's not about usaha sebulan sebenarnya. It is about sustainability sepanjang hayat. So seboleh-bolehnya, your pola pemakanan, gaya hidup should be something that you can do forever. There's no need to really squeeze everything dalam masa pendek because you will just burn out and then you will not want to do it ever again. And then you lepas tangan and you go back to square one. That's not really solve the problem. So for most people, my advice, don't follow anything I say. I would rather you kurangkan garam, kurangkan gula, kurangkan minyak, and have a lifestyle yang moderately active but sustainable untuk jangka masa yang berpanjangan. Beres! Beres. All right. Yeah, you are welcome, Redha. La. You are welcome. Let me see here. Bob, is asking, hi coach, hi, kalau demam baru nak start, boleh buat senaman? It depends. It's a very good question, and we get this from time to time. And I do it as well. If I feel macam I am getting a mild fever, like 37.1, 37.2, very, very mild, I do feel like I want to fight it off. I do feel like I want to fight back. I tak nak menyerah diri and let the whatever is happening take over. So I would typically try and do a mild run in a controlled environment, treadmill ke apa, tak nak keluar padang jauh-jauh, nanti nak pitam susah pula. So in a controlled environment, tak ada masalah. But if the fever gets to a stage where it's quite high, 37.5 ke atas, and you don't feel that you can melawan keadaan, then it's better perhaps to focus on the pemulihan, do whatever necessary to recover, and then fight back once the fever dah selesai. All right, let's see what else we have here. Daripada YouTube, Muhammad Najmi, coach, saya ada 2 soalan. Mana yang paling bagus, oat makan dengan susu atau Milo? Workout tanpa alatan boleh dapat body mantap tak? So now, first question, if you want to makan oats, you have various choices. You can makan oats kosong. That's what I do. I malas. I just makan kosong kering. Kunyah lang kau. That's what I do. B, you can add susu. C, you can add low-fat milk. Better than normal susu. Lebih kurang lemak sikit. You can go with oat milk, almond milk juga kalau you kaya raya, because they're mahal sikit. And Milo would not be my first choice. Probably in this picture, maybe my last choice, because calorie-wise, sugar and all, it's a bit higher daripada yang lain. And if you do go for Milo, because itulah yang mengembirakan Najmi, then don't banjirkan your oats. A bit more berpadalah. And just to dapat rasa Milo sikit tu pun tak ada masalah as well. Again, Milo always get such a bad rap. It's not really that bad, but moderation tu penting dalam pengambilan secara umumnya. But it's the same thing dengan makanan yang sihat sekalipun, still kena mengawal jumlah pengambilan. Beres. And then second question is, workout tanpa alatan boleh dapat? Yes, you can absolutely get body yang mantap dengan body weight training sahaja, which ramai orang do everywhere, whether it's the squats ke, burpees ke, street workout ke apa, tak semestinya melibatkan bebanan, but boleh juga melibatkan bebanan. It's usually, kalau you asyik buat senaman body weight sahaja, mungkin bosan juga lama-lama. Kalau you asyik buat weight training dengan beban, dumbbell pun mungkin boring juga. So my advice is, tepuk dada, ask yourself what you enjoy. I personally enjoy kepelbagaian, variety, and I find certain body parts are easier to work out tanpa beban, dengan just body weight sahaja. Some exercises are more fun to do dengan beban, so it depends on the target area as well. Yeah, but all the best Najmi dengan dapatkan body mantap anda. All right. Let's see what we have here. La 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 la. Yes, Dr. Shazif. Looking forward to BSK5 and Jum KURUS. Absolutely, yeah. Shazif is one of our doctors yang kacak and sangat-sangat cergas yang akan anda dapat bersuai kenal as well, or boleh menyertai beliau during our program in September nanti. All right. Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, we have some other here. We have Huzaifa here. Again, new coach. Welcome to the program. I just looked at your profile earlier today juga. Really looking forward to new faces, new coaches dengan orang yang lama juga. Always creates a very interesting blend, because orang yang baru dibawa semangat yang baru, orang yang lama dibawa pengalaman, which is also very important. So yeah, and then we have Shuha, nenek fit kita, also really orang yang disayangi oleh everybody in our program as well, Kak Shuha. And I do think that Fawarda has reached out to you to play a bigger role in our program nanti. Nanti we can discuss it offline. All right. La la la. Yeah, okay. I met you in Kuratu. I met you in Petrosite 2019. You did a short health talk to staff, and I helped with sit-up demo with you. All right. Okay. Very, very good. Yeah, small world, Ken. And looking forward to meeting you again, Nanti. Yeah, you're welcome, Bashir, and welcome to you and your wife. And let me know, is this your first child or yang dah keberapa? And if it's your first child, enjoy being a dad, enjoy being a mom. I can tell you from my own personal experience, no matter what I will achieve in my life, career-wise, ke apa ke, being a father is the most rewarding experience by a long shot. There's no comparison, but you have to dedicate time for your kids yang are going to be small untuk sementara sahaja. Prioritize masa untuk mereka. It will be something that you will never regret. Stress for sure, but puas. And if you tak menggunakan the peluang to spend time with your kids sepuas-puasnya, time will fly by dengan begitu cepat sekali, and you will regret not having made the time, because kerja is kerja, money is money, but the time with your kids is so precious. So I really do hope that you will enjoy familyhood sepuas-puasnya and enjoy your kids together. All right. Boleh recommend a good HR monitor, Coach? I'm on a Apple ecosystem. So I always tell my peserta, if you're on Apple, the Apple Watch makes absolute perfect sense. It just works so well together with the watch and everything. If you are not on an Apple ecosystem, if you are on Android, on Samsung, the Samsung Watch is okay juga. I bought one for my dad. He's a Samsung person. Not as intuitive, in my opinion, as the Apple Watch, but Samsung Watch is fine. Then the other brands yang bagus, Sunto is good, Garmin is good, Fitbit is okay, Amazfit is okay, very affordable. Then you have Polar maybe juga. So my advice, don't buy the cheapest again, don't buy yang paling mahal juga, but buy from a jenama yang agak dikenali, because you want the quality dalam bacaan tu. Don't want to be cheap on menilai kadar degupan jantung. All right, yeah, it's called a smart watch juga. Very good. Okay. Yep. So Claudi Eza is asking, Coach, macam mana nak tingkatkan body muscle? Nah, untuk meningkatkan otot, untuk meningkatkan berat badan, untuk mereka yang kurus kering, you need two things. Your body needs a reason, and your body needs bahan binaan. The reason is senaman bebanan, resistance training, sama ada body weight or bebanan, it does not matter. The second thing is makanan, bahan binaan. Without surplus calorie, makanan yang berlebihan, there is no bahan binaan untuk membina otot yang ingin dibangunkan. So now, example, if you only makan yang banyak, weight gainer lah, apalah, but no senaman yang berkualiti, then your body has bahan binaan, but no reason to membina. If you go to the gym, you have the reason, but no bahan binaan pun cannot grow. Then your body wants to grow, but no bahan binaan cannot grow. Only bahan binaan, no reason, cannot grow. So your body needs A, the bahan binaan, and B, the sebab untuk membesar, which comes from the weight training. So untuk meningkatkan beban badan, meningkatkan otot badan, you need sebab, senaman bebanan yang berkualiti, and then you need the bahan binaan untuk then menampal koyakkan otot, untuk then mengakibatkan or menyebabkan pembesaran otot. Beres. A lot harder to menambah berat badan daripada mengurangkan berat badan, because when you kurangkan berat badan, the makanan and the senaman work sort of hand in hand. But when it comes to the menambah berat badan, you have to eat a lot more, and the process of senaman is a lot slower, and all the cardio in a way works against you. Beres ya, Kak Cik kita pun one of our amazing coaches as well. Looking forward to meeting you again. Yeah, Jesse. Hi, Coach KZ. True, ya, bila kosong gula, kosong minyak, kosong garam, garam memang hilang rasa kebahagiaan. I rather kurangkan. Yeah, very, very good. And again, this is again, don't follow anything anyone says. You have to melaluinya untuk dan mempertimbangkannya buat diri sendiri. But don't follow nasihat social media, including mine, dengan membuta. Always mempertimbangkan, menilai, and sesuaikan dengan diri sendiri. And then we have a vario. Whey protein, okay tak untuk orang main-main dumbbell? Yes, it's totally okay if you nak makan supplement whey protein ke meal replacement ke apa. It is not benda yang jahat. Whey protein is asal usulnya is susu lembu. You perah lembu, you buang lactose, buang casein, buang lemak-lemak dia ke apa. You filter it some more. You left with a very small layer called whey protein. It is basically protein yang mempunyai penyerapan yang paling cepat untuk sampai ke sel-sel badan untuk memulihkan sel, tumbesaran dan sebagainya. So when it comes to weight training or orang yang aktif, dia nak protein yang cepat yang untuk sampai ke sel-sel badan untuk mulakan proses recovery dan sebagainya. There's nothing magical about it. You cannot just makan the supplement and esoknya bangun gagah perkasa. It's just makanan. And pengguna utama susu whey protein is not bodybuilders. The pengguna utama is susu bayi. What is persamaan si bayi dengan bodybuilder? Dua-dua nak membesar dengan cepat and dia nak bahan binaan yang paling cepat sampai ke sel-selnya. And that's where whey protein punya penyerapan yang paling cepat. But again, nothing magical about it. Nothing that should menakutkan anda. Wajib? No. Harus? Wallahu alam. Do I use it? Yes. Usually pre-workout, post-workout, where I need faster proteins and liquid form, because liquid hadam dengan lebih cepat berbanding dengan mungkin ayam, ikan, itik, kambing dan sebagainya. Protein juga kan. Alright. Time check. We have maybe another 5 minutes or so, then we shall wrap it off. Yeah, thank you for all the really, really cool questions. And again, if I do not answer your question today, we have this weekly sessions here on Facebook every week, Tuesdays at 8. All right, let's see. Sharifah, yeah, if you do just swimming, can you lose weight? Because I have pain in my foot kalau walk too long. 100%. Keutamaan untuk kurangkan berat badan is makanan number 1 to mengawal jumlah pengambilan and aktifkan diri secara umumnya. Can be housekeeping, gardening, kerja ayam ke apa ke, bersukan, berenang, gym, CrossFit, yoga, Zumba, it doesn't really matter. If swimming is the thing that you enjoy and can do, dipersilakan, and absolutely it will membantu Sharifah untuk kurangkan berat badan, but only if you then mahir mengawal the makanan pada masa yang sama. If makanan tak terkawal, just bersukan sahaja, susah. If you jaga makan but kurang bersukan, still boleh kurang berat badan, but the pemakanan is always keutamaan. Then second is your lifestyle, and then number 3 is the senaman yang you add on to your lifestyle nanti. Do join us, Sharifah. You will learn a lot, I promise you. Alright, la. Bob asking, lagi satu, apa beza minum air sejuk and air suam selepas makan? The only difference is the suhu. Calorie-wise, kosong kedua-duanya. And air ais tidak membekukan lemak perut kau. That is mitos orang lama. Now, air yang suhunya ekstrim perbezaan dengan suhu badan will of course shock the body sikit. So, malam-malam and pagi-pagi, I would rather you minum air yang suhunya lebih kurang sama dengan your body temperature. But secara umumnya, I prefer air sejuk juga, lebih menyegarkan, especially bila bab-bab bersukan. And again, ais tidak membekukan lemak perut, and ais juga taklah meningkatkan metabolisme badan. Kalau ia pun dia punya impact is very, very, very small. La 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 la. Okay, let me see what else we have here. Ya, Shazif, coach kaca dan cergas, tepat sekali. Okay, let's see. Nah. Hi coach, macam mana nak hilangkan perut yang menggelebih, fat belly, even dah berat badan dah turun? Now, always remember this, Khadijah, you cannot memaksa badan untuk membuang lemak pada satu bahagian sahaja. Tak kiralah doa kau macam mana, because the way the body simpan dan membakar lemak is sesuka hati dia. For some, the body is stored more in the lower body, some more upper body, some more in the face, some more in the arms. That is bentuk buah badan kau yang tersendiri. So what you should do is, yes, kurangkan berat badan like you already are, and continue. Yeah, continue. Sampailah badan akan membuang lemak pada bahagian-bahagian yang bermasalah. But at the same time, menilai stres kehidupan. Because if you're stressed, hormone cortisol will tend to store more fat in your midsection because it's easy to supply it up and down. So yeah, tepuk dada mempertimbangkan stres anda. Also tepuk dia sikit, adakah itu air ke lemak, so that you know what you are working with. But yeah, my advice is continue along the journey of kurangkan berat badan if you still need to. And lama-kelamaan your body will take the fat from everywhere juga, termasuk bahagian-bahagian yang bermasalah. Beres. Yeah, I'm still using Garmin yang Kevin hadiahkan. Yeah, Alhamdulillah. Yeah, we had a few Garmin watches that we gave away to various people last seasons. InsyaAllah, we will have some gifts to give away juga. Untuk musim-musim yang akan datang as well. All right, let me do one more question, and then we can wrap it off. Okay, let me do this. Is a bit different. Yeah, so now creatine, bahayakah untuk buah pinggang? Now, creatine is an amino acid yang actually exists naturally in makanan-makanan juga. Creatine is a popular supplement for individuals yang ingin meningkatkan takungan otot and air and energy. So if you're in a bulking phase, untuk meningkatkan otot, creatine is quite popular. Now, is it going to hurt your kidneys, your buah pinggang? Anything yang berlebihan, tak kira lah minum air ke, protein ke, kreatin ke, lemak ke, gula ke, is going to menyebabkan masalah. So my advice is, if you want to take creatine supplements, look at keadaan diri dulu, look at objectivity diri nombor 2, and look at pemakanan yang sedia ada nombor 3, and then you can mempertimbangkan perlu ke tak perlu. It is a common supplement used by many. But if you agak was-was, my advice is rujuk kepada doktor dulu if you have a history of kidney failure in the family ke apa ke. But if you are quite young and you look quite young in the picture, I think it should not be an issue. But follow the dosages dalam the supplements packaging yang diberikan. And always remember, if you buy an American-based product, the serving sizes is usually based for orang yang average-nya lebih besar sikit daripada kita. So even if I buy a supplement, I will usually never take the full scoop. I usually sesuaikannya untuk saya, mungkin kurang sikit. But did I use creatine? Yes, when I was in university. Baru nak start daripada cekeding nak membesarkan diri, I used creatine for a while. But the side effect of creatine is the bloatingness, because the creatine will menyebabkan a bit of cell volumization. So every cell will squeeze a little bit more air and energy into it. So you get a little bit more output. Nothing illegal about it. But the side effect is that you will be bloated sekejap, which is something that you have to berdepan dengan if you are in a bulking phase. Yeah, all right. I think that's all for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And if you haven't done so again, please share this workout. Pula. Share this session dengan kawan-kawan seperjuangan. Any other questions that you have, feel free to leave it dalam ruangan komen yang disediakan or reach out to me via Facebook, Instagram, kevinzahri.com, bukansoalkurus.com, or email me pada bila-bila masa as well. Always nice to hear from everyone. And thank you everyone for joining us as well. And again, stay tuned for next week. 17 August is when we kick off our registrations for BSK5 and Jum KURUS 15. But I will do a live session just a day before untuk mengumumkan a few things, including our early bird offer yang ada tawaran yang pasti menarik untuk anda. All right, with that, I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for everybody. Thank you to all the coaches for joining in as well. Yeah, and jumpa lagi minggu depan. Assalamualaikum. Have a great night and bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you, Shazif. Thank you, Kak Ci. Thank you, Hisham. Thank you, Jesse.